Welcome back to Relationship Status. It's your girl, Nick Cruz.
CL Butler.
And your boy, Yusuf in the building. And remember, you can catch us on all podcast platforms. Just search Relationship Status. We're here for another
Hump Day.
And we are back. We're in the week. It's a gorgeous Wednesday. And two of our friends are still with us. They came back for another episode. We got Miss G.
Hey. And
my man Be Easy from the DJ Blaze Radio Show podcast.
Came back. I stayed all week.
So we're gonna go around the table. Neek, how's the week treating you so far on this lovely
Hump Day?
It is treating me humpingly great. Really?
You tried.
I tried. I really did try.
You tried.
I tried.
You know what? You
Tried to turn the corner on that one.
Yeah,
tried to turn the corner on that
effort. E for effort.
You gotta let it go. But
But I've been doing really good. I just moved into my new apartment and getting settled in. And yeah,
Okay.
celebrating my independence again.
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 INDPEND.
So you
Yeah,
bought
all
your
You
that.
know about me. I got my own house.
you bought your freedom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Finally again. So
Taking
so
the
yeah.
kids.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you ain't
I
free.
mean, they're mine.
Yeah, you ain't free.
Where else are they gonna
free.
go?
You ain't
Freedom
free.
ain't free. You ain't free.
Brother B,
What's up?
how's the week treating you so far?
It's real good. I had to beat up two kids. They wanted to jump me because I ate all their snacks.
Okay.
So you the little fat
So-
kid that eat snacks?
No, I ate all the kids' snacks. That's all I had to eat.
Oh, the gummies?
No, all their real snacks, all their chips and stuff. They wanted to fight me for it. So, take that, kids.
Miss G, how's your week going so far?
Oh, things are going good. Just trying to push through to the Friday.
Till Friday.
That's what you do. Working for Friday.
Working for Friday?
Working to get a Friday.
Trying to get over it?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a great Caucasian song. Right? Working for the weekend.
That is what I was going to say, but I didn't want you to.
Judge you?
I judge the Caucasians. I listen to their music.
Well, that's good. What's your favorite Caucasian music song? Sorry.
Song or artist?
Go with artist and then song.
Now, one of my all-time favorite singers is Michael McDonald.
Okay.
Like
What?
all time. Adele.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
She
like
can do it.
Michael
like-
McDonald.
Michael McDonald.
He the one who is picking it. Yeah,
That's my
okay.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike.
Okay, got you singing.
Yeah, get me excited. It's the
I
most Mike,
see. You
boy.
started moving in your seat.
Yeah, you throw that on,
Yeah.
get dressed. Hey, I'm ready for the day.
Adele will set you back, though. 'Cause
She
when
does. She's
She'll take
Have
you
you
back to
crying.
the things that you weren't even thinking about.
yeah, but I find her music refreshing
It
because
is.
it's just music to me. It's not my real life,
Ah,
so I don't really identify my life with the fantasy of songs, unless
Okay.
it's a rap song.
yeah,
Or
she
shoot
did his
people
real
in-
life.
All right. 10 crack commandments.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Classic.
Because we all sell crack in here.
We are.
And we do know the crack commandments, which is weird.
we do. We all selling something.
God,
Oh, you once sold hope. You was a hope dealer.
I still sell hope.
Okay. So everybody's selling something.
Hey,
So I
and
just
somebody's always buying it.
Oh yeah, but I like a little blue eyed soul.
Blue Eyed Soul. I
Blue-Eyed
like
Soul.
the, I like the
Tina
Bee
Marie.
Gees.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Even
There's some good stuff.
I won't go too deep, but you know.
They ain't gonna go too deep on?
No.
Maybe we'll talk about that one day.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
All right.
That's how I identify with them. I'd be like, oh, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Okay, I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
So how's the week going, see?
Great, man. Great.
Good. Okay. That's the usual.
Incident free. Like on
Incident-free.
one of those jobs,
Okay.
be like 26 days since the accident.
Mm-hmm.
So we 10 days in, 14 days in,
Okay.
13 days in. So we're good.
We're good.
Accident free.
Okay.
All right, well.
And you, sir?
Another long week starting already. Still trying to get through. Teaching from home and have two kids that are virtual from home. So
And they ain't got no snacks.
and they don't and somebody ate all their snacks.
Yeah.
They did eat the snacks for the week. So The struggle is real. We on straight Lunchables now. So
Are you gonna eat the Lunchables?
Yeah. Just the brownies though.
just the brownies.
Just the brownies, not the
Not the whole
cheese.
thing. Just
I
give
just
me
like
the
the
brownies.
turkey and cheese ones.
Yeah.
I could do damage on those.
The turkey and
Yeah.
cheese.
I like the
Lunchable?
ham and cheese.
Yeah, I'm just eating
Something
the
about the
dessert.
ham, but I mean it's all the same. It's probably the same meat.
Well, any of the brownies you can have them because Mir don't like chocolate at all. Like he's all out on chocolate.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into our Dear Neek, brought to you by the people over at Unfiltered. Visit unfilteredforever.com for all your clothing needs, t-shirts, hats, hoodie season it is, and so you can get your hoodie as well. Mask and everything else. Visit unfilteredforever.com. Neek.
All right, so we're going to go to our Dear Neek letter that was sent to us this week. Dear Neek, I'm coming to you guys because I need to know if I'm wrong in being childish or if I'm handling this correctly. So about 2 months ago, my friend asks me to bring my daughter over to play with her daughter for a few hours. About 30 minutes later, I get a call from her telling me to come back now that my child broke her daughter's TV. I rush over to find out what's going on. So I ask exactly what happened. My daughter starts talking. My friend cuts her off and says she broke my shit. I didn't like her tone, and I politely asked her to calm down because it's a TV, not a life, and to please allow my child to speak. Her daughter explains they were watching a movie, and my daughter didn't want to watch that movie. So they started fussing. My daughter went to tell my friend, and she told my daughter she's company, and it's her daughter's TV, so she can watch what she wants on her TV. The kids started fighting and knocked over the TV. My friend yells that you are buying me another one. I told her we will talk later, and we left. Later that evening, my friend sends me pictures of the TV for her daughter. I let her know I will not be buying a TV for something she could have prevented, and that my child is not someone's toy. She will have to purchase her own TV. A few weeks later, we were at another friend's house for a small gathering. Everything was good until we started talking about Christmas. She says, I guess I'll be getting my TV soon. Everyone is looking at us to see what's about to happen, but I was not giving her the reaction. I just leave. Another friend of ours calls me and says, I think you should buy her a TV just so everything can go back to normal. I'm sorry, but I do not feel like it was my child's fault. The girls are 6 years old, and she should have handled that better, and none of this would have happened. We haven't talked in a few weeks, but I do feel bad that her daughter is the one suffering. Should I buy the TV or forget about the friendship? Sign, not really my problem.
Okay.
Who's going to take this first?
I'll go ahead and attack it first.
Okay.
First and foremost, I didn't like the way she talked to the daughter. Do not curse at my child. Do not scream at my child. Do not talk to my child like they're an adult in the street that you're mad at. That right there would have I just would have cut you off. And not because my child could have stayed home. Secondly, again, my child is not something to play with. When my child is in your care, if she comes to you with an issue, as an adult, handle the issue. If you do not handle the issue, then something is bound to happen. Now, I would be more than happy to go half on a television, being that my daughter did play a part in it being knocked over, but I'm not just buying you a television. You're not going to bully me into buying you a television. So I would tell this individual to just cut the friendship because she's disrespectful. And she couldn't even handle coming to you as an adult to tell you that something happened in her possession while your child was in her possession that she could have prevented. I wouldn't even buy the TV. I would just cut the friendship.
Based upon what, Neek?
Based upon her telling my daughter you broke my shit. No.
Like,
You're not even handling it. And then my child came to you with the issue, and instead of handling the issue, because you could have very well got up, went in that room, told them, okay, There's no argument.
But Nick,
who wants?
you wasn't there.
No, I wasn't. But I'm telling you how I would have handled it. How
Okay,
it could
but
have been
you
handled.
weren't there. So how you handle things is not the way she handles things.
Well, she's asking for my advice. My advice would be I would just discard the friendship.
I know she's asking for your advice, but you weren't there. Not you as in Neek, but you as in the parent of the other child. So you have to take the adult's word. I think too many times we go with children over adults, and
Well, she didn't allow her child to talk. So
wasn't time for children to talk.
She asked her though.
yeah.
But wasn't time. Just pay for half the TV.
You
all
think
the
half
you
the-
talking to my daughter,
half
you
TV.
talking to my. That's just semantics. I mean, I'm pretty sure you had to speak to your child. Maybe your child bad. You ever thought of that?
I gotta agree with Nick though, because
About what?
it's a lot of stuff in this letter that let me know like the type of person the friend is. So the first thing was like she went, the kid went to the other parent because they started fussing about television or whatever.
At least
Nah.
that's her version of the story.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, but that's all we can go by.
Well,
So-
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So she wrote it from her child's
and the
perspective.
friend didn't. She didn't say that the friend said anything different.
Yeah. So she went to the child about them fussing, and the other parent, instead of saying, "Well, y'all need to share," or whatever, she said, "You a guest. My daughter get to watch whatever she want to watch in her house. That ain't nah."
You
I'm
don't do
not.
that.
I'm not saying it's.
Well,
I'm not saying it's right.
But no, I'm not saying that. But that's a red flag as to what type of parent she is.
But you should have vented that parent out. It's your friend.
But
you
you don't-
allowed your child to go over there.
But
So-
you don't know that. We don't know if that's the first time she's been over there or not. I don't know, and I'm not gonna throw that into the scenario. But that's just how she reacted this time. So that's one red flag. Because I know I've been at people's houses and people have come to my houses a lot when I was a child. And if my guests wanted to do something that I didn't want to do or whatever, most of the time I would try to like do whatever they want to do. 'Cause
Compromise.
yeah.
Well,
But
not necessarily compromise. I think that people just in the politeness of it, they usually go
Go with what
okay,
the guest
go with
wants.
what the guest wants.
But yeah, I mean,
in some instances,
if you, but when it's you and you a child, you compromising
Yeah,
what
you
if you don't want to
compromising.
do
Yeah.
something. So you compromising, so you let your child say, "Hey, don't be selfish. Let them do whatever want." You know what I'm saying? Y'all,
So you never fought nobody who stayed at your house?
no, no,
You was
because I
spoiled
grew up an
rotten.
only child,
I
so
wasn't spoiled.
Me too. I grew up
I grew up an only child. So when
For
somebody
9
come, I was happy, and if it was something, maybe I wanted to play a certain game or whatever, we didn't fuss.
Yeah, but okay, you're the
My
only child.
my parent would be like, "Okay, y'all do this for this amount of time, then y'all do that for that amount of time."
But don't you know? Okay, well, shouldn't that parent know the kind of parent the other person is before you leave your child in?
You don't know how people are in their own house.
Yeah,
I
and
know if
she
your
made,
children running around the house acting crazy, if mine go over there, they probably gonna do the same thing.
But being that she called her,
If
and
that's
she,
what it was.
if she called her and asked her to bring her over, and she did willingly, this may not have been the first time that she's dropped her child off to this lady. So there probably has never been no issue. And
then she should just pay for half the TV. And if there's been no issue, and this is the first time this has happened, pay for the TV.
I mean, that could be, but
Ask her to apologize to your child, and you go from there.
I'm with you on the half.
Yeah, I would have just paid half.
I'm not paying half because when my child started to speak, you cut my child off.
That has nothing to do with TV being broken.
No, yeah,
that's her being rude.
No, yeah, and I'm not gonna pay for it. That's just me.
Oh,
That
I-
You're
makes
not gonna
sense.
be. You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
So you're saying
so
what
if
you're
the
saying
person's
B,
rude, you don't have to pay for it.
it's
I
just
don't
how
have
they
to pay
handle
for
it.
it.
I don't have to pay for it anyway because it's not my
Period, yeah.
TV, and my child was in your possession and in your care. So you should have been supervising enough to my
She wasn't
child.
supervising the kids.
No,
Well, if they wouldn't
Well,
be
I-
different,
Kids
I'm not
don't
gonna go that
even
far.
play all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna. It happened at my. Now I can see if my child took a bat and hit it.
Yes,
but both of the kids were fighting.
That's why I said half.
I'm not paying.
And that's
But
where I'm with you on half. And I'll say this because just in my experience working with young people and just in general, I don't have kids of my own, but if you've allowed a child to come to your house, so I don't have kids of my own, but if my friends bring their kids over and then their kid breaks my TV, well, I've allowed them to come to my house. So therefore they are my responsibility. And so for my responsibility is the TV. Like,
You're still
I
responsible.
wouldn't call my friends and be like, okay, the three of them were in there and they fought, and
so
then
they need to pay for
they need to
it.
pay for the
Yeah.
TV. No, I've allowed them to come in my house. The reason I said half is because if you're trying to exit the friendship,
Yep.
I think you just pay for half the TV and move forward. Because I think there's a lot, like you said, in that writing about their friendship in general. Like when the outside person came in and was like, well, you should buy the TV. I'm always leery about because every best friend has another best friend. So
Yeah.
when
Yep.
you think that their person is coming to you, and then somebody else from the outside comes in,
and
that means there's been more.
that bothered me
conversations.
as well because
Yeah.
you
Why would
said
it bother you?
it bothered me
'Cause
because we had a situation between
Everybody
us.
talks.
No, we had a
Yeah.
situation.
But
between-
still,
we
though.
had a situation between us, and you brought it up in front of other people. Who you talk to behind it and get your advice from it, okay, but you brought it up in front of other people. Our situation that we could have resolved.
Okay, let me ask you this. Well, you didn't want to pay half. You couldn't.
Well,
Hold on a second
ahead.
now. The first point was to pay half. That's what the person asked, right? Mm-hmm. So it could have been resolved to a
They said,
point.
buy me another TV.
No,
period.
no,
Yeah,
it was
she said
buy.
buy
It wasn't.
me
It wasn't
another
buy.
TV.
It wasn't pay half.
No,
it was
is.
buy me another
Buy me another
TV.
TV.
Buy me a
Okay,
TV.
okay. So when they first said buy me another TV,
Mm-hmm.
you could have counter offered with saying paying half, and that issue might be dead. Maybe.
I mean, to me, the issue
It
was
kinda
dead.
Just because you want me to
escalated.
pay half doesn't mean I have to pay half.
No,
I mean,
it's
just because you want me to buy a TV doesn't mean I have to
What?
buy a TV.
But she sounded escalated, so
Hold a second.
I see.
Okay, but let's just take
Go
it one
ahead.
step at a time. Before it comes out at the party, you had the opportunity to do something about it. I'm not
Something.
saying the person was right, but if the way I handle things is to talk to other people, I still have the right because it happened to me too. It didn't just happen to you; it happened to me also. So if you say my friend and I want to tell him about it, now in poor taste, they shouldn't have mentioned it in front of everybody.
Yeah, that's the one.
But
Yeah.
they have the right to talk to other people. You can't say it's between us because nothing's
But
between
that's
us.
what I said. Other
Everybody talks to
conversations.
somebody.
When you have other conversations with your other best friends, I don't care about that. But when you bring it up in front of other people that even are not even in our circle, then that's when I have a problem. Like you're trying to
You
bully
got a
me.
problem with everything.
But I feel like you're trying to bully me
Well-
into buying you a TV and making yourself the
I
victim.
think that was for a reaction. So
Yeah.
people oftentimes do things like that just to get a reaction or a rise out of people, especially in a group situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the person just brought it up just because,
just to get a rise.
just to
yeah.
get like a, just to make sure
just to
people
play the
feel some
victim to
kind of way.
see if she's going to react and say whatever, like say something negative. And everybody can be like, oh, because you don't know what she's been telling these other people. So she could have been saying, oh, yeah, her daughter broke my TV.
Of course she was.
And now, like, see, watch what she does when I say this. Oh, yeah.
So what if
so
she did do that?
I'm just saying, she shouldn't say it in front of other people.
I understand. So okay, I agree.
Okay.
But so what if she did do it?
Yeah,
It's
now
it's
too late.
adults just
Exit the friendship.
yeah.
If you want to be out, be out.
Half.
Yeah, and don't pay nothing.
I think, well, you can do it and not pay anything. We just
Yeah.
understanding that's that. But for me, the kind of person I am, if it's about the TV, which is obviously about more than that. So
gotta
there's-
be about
there's
more than that.
It must
typically
be.
It's definitely
more-
about the disrespect for the 6-year-old.
I think it's more than
I
that
don't
too.
even think,
Oh,
I think, there- yeah, I
probably
think
is.
there's some loaded things in there because there's obviously, there's always people who,
I think one of the friends are broke because
and
a
there's some-
television
there
in
could
the
be-
child's room is what, $100 at most for a 32-inch?
Top.
$119.
Well, it could be principal and not money.
Yeah, it's $77 if you get the right one.
If you get the right one at Walmart, you
Yeah,
can-
exactly.
catch a deal days. But I think, as a parent who constantly
young
who
kids,
has young kids and constantly has, one of my sons has a close friend, and he's always over here, and they're always over at his house. If something were to break, like UG, I say, a part of it is on me for understanding that, hey, they're going to be in there, they're going to be horsing around, whether it's a fight or nothing. I remember my youngest, a couple years ago, I had a 55-inch smart TV. All he did, the little is little softball. He was just playing. And where it was, it bounced off the wall, hit the TV, the whole screen went black. It was
That's
something
the story you heard.
No. I was standing.
You watched it happen?
I was standing right there.
Oh, okay. I thought they told you that story.
No.
I don't know, Daddy.
No, I
Bounce
was-
out the wall. And
No, I was in the, I was
unbelievable.
in my old apartment, in my old house down the street. Like you could be in the kitchen and see downstairs.
Oh, you saw it happen.
So I saw it, literally watched
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
the thing that upset me was I was like, stop playing with the ball. And he bounced it off and it went the other way.
See, if I was the other kid parent, and I heard you tell me that you told them and they didn't stop, I was like, you a bad parent because they ain't scared of
No,
you.
this is just my kids. No, this is just my kids. No, it wasn't no kid over. It was just my kids.
Oh, so they ain't scared of you. Word. I'd have threw a shoe down the stairs. Stop playing. No, I'm joking. No,
But to me, it's just that those are the risks you take when you have kids. If you have electronics and stuff around,
That's why I don't have
that
them.
stuff that's gonna, yeah, that might be a thing. It's too late for me. But way too late. But at the end of the day, you're opening up a chance for something to get broken.
Yeah.
And you have to assume half of the responsibility. So the person who's house
have
it is,
to?
yeah, you assume half.
I think it's just fair
It just fit like you
to the
you-
I think
relationship
it's a
you have.
courtesy.
Well, I just think no, but you
'Cause
if you don't want listen, if
It's
you don't
your
want
house.
if you don't
my
want
child is being supervised by you.
But if that's what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. For me, as the host,
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the friend. I'm not talking about the person who wrote the letter. As the friend,
Yeah, I'm talking about the friend, yeah.
As the friend, if I'm the one that said, "Hey, bring your daughter over," and then there was some fussing going on,
At least half is your fault.
at least half of it is me.
That's what
So
Okay, yeah.
yeah. So off of top, I wouldn't even have asked for a brand new
Or off
TV
bat.
unless I literally,
Off the top.
stood at the door and watched your daughter pull the screen, the TV off.
love-
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Off the wall.
because actually you don't even know what happened.
Yeah, like and also on me, a part of it that I feel is on me that's in the letter is they were fussing. Whether before your daughter came, they were fussing and I didn't do anything about it.
Well, hold on a
Exactly.
second.
I didn't step in.
6-year-olds, how much could they be fussing?
No.
We're fighting.
Oh,
They know what's
They're
going
supposed to fight at
I've
night.
seen some things.
Hey,
My
listen, man.
kids.
They're supposed to. They haven't.
know what I'm saying?
They
No,
haven't
no, 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 no,
developed
no, I don't
deductive
agree.
reasoning skills.
I don't agree
They're
with
supposed
that.
to fight.
I don't
see,
agree with
see,
that.
see, what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
agree
What I'm
with
saying in that matter is, if I hear fussing going on in the room, instantly.
Let's
I'm
say
up.
you did, and it was a quick fuss.
No, I'm
Yeah,
instantly
obviously it
no.
was a good
I'm
fuss.
listen. I'm instantly in there and going, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Even if they just playing, because there's times where they just playing, they just loud,
I tell
and
you
I'll go
what,
in there and be like, "Hey, look,
Don't
what's
ever
going
leave
on?"
your kids with me because I got to hear some hollering.
Yeah,
You
so-
don't want to hear nothing in my house.
Yeah.
but it's just
No, as soon as my youngest says, I'm sorry, I know to go in there.
yeah. So it's just a matter of I think you got to step in, whether the daughter
Right.
came to you or not. So a portion of this responsibility is on me because I opened up my home to another child, and there is a chance. Having children myself, I understand that there's some risk of something happening, and I tried to go with the way I was raised. You ain't going to nobody's house, and ain't nobody coming over here.
That's basically that. Yeah.
And that's what I tried to go with, but I realized that today is not yesterday. So the way I was raised, some of those things might have been
Horrible.
yes. So I kind of allowed them to have friends over and stuff like that. But in the sense of this letter, as the lady and Beezy, to your point, I think you do have something there.
Hey,
If you come
everything.
off in a rude manner, on the flip side of it, if you come off in a rude manner, now
Yeah, you lucky I ain't put hands on you.
Nah,
My 6-year-old.
at this
So
point,
that goes back to what I said.
at this
It's
point,
tone and delivery.
No, I wouldn't say it's the tone. It's just the rudeness of it and the abrasiveness of it, because she seemed to have come off
Tone and
abrasive.
delivery.
Well, she could be angry without coming off. She can be
That's
upset
tone.
and have a tone. No, hold on, I'm getting to it. She could have
He
a
just doesn't want to agree with me. Go ahead.
no, that's not the case. She could be upset over the fact that her TV is wrong and her tone might be wrong, but she cannot be abrasive. Her tone could come off as whatever, but not be abrasive.
But hold on, hold on.
When you come off abrasive,
Hold on.
it's confrontational.
Hold on, but in the letter, she never said abrasive. She said she told her about a tone.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, she told her about a tone. She said her tone was messed up. So
well, to me, I'm more
People
inclined.
know how to judge tone.
I'm more inclined to be if somebody's abrasive towards me.
we only can go by what you know.
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
Also, I'm asking. I mean, like, how do we? This is a question I want to ask. If you value the friendship, do you handle this way?
Which way?
Right.
The way
It's
she's choosing to express herself in the letter.
Yeah, I mean, to me, and it's like you said, it's on the one side.
If you value the friendship, though, is this the way you go about it?
Well, maybe she's looking for some reinforcement about what she already knows,
About
which
the
is why
person?
It
it's
seems
just
like
with all these letters.
yeah.
It's like anytime somebody's writing a letter to somebody, like a stranger, to get advice, they're typically looking for something to reinforce what they already believe.
Okay.
And so I feel like personally, she already knows there's something going on in their friendship. And what happens to, like, one of my best friends, one of her friends is just jealous of her
Oh wow.
with some of the things that happen. So it may be financial or whatever. It's like, oh, she got money to buy me another TV.
Oh.
You know, it could be that we're talking about woulda, coulda. We don't know the situation, but a lot of times, if you in my same struggle, I wouldn't even bother you about it.
Yeah.
But if I know that when I go to your house now, y'all got all this different stuff, then your child come over here and break my stuff up. Well, I don't have it to do that. So I'm gonna need you to buy me another TV. It's only $100. You got it because XYZ, or you get this or you get that, and that happens.
That goes back to her saying it out loud in front of the friends when they were talking about
Yeah,
Christmas.
just to bring up this kind of thing. And so I think when you write to somebody, like when you talk about if you value the friendship, would you like write to a stranger on the internet? Yeah, because you want to get opinions that might reinforce what you already have decided in your mind. I think you're looking for that when you write. Like the same thing with like Strawberry Letter and all that different stuff. People are already looking for, one, you want shock value, and two, you want somebody or multiple people to
Agree
give
with
you
you.
to agree with what you already know is a problem.
Well,
Or even
sometimes
sometimes it's, I'm sorry, sometimes it's outside opinion.
Right.
Because when your friends know who you are, it's easy for them to take sides.
Yes.
But when you're looking at something, you don't know these people, it's like, okay, I can look at it in a different perspective.
Yes. So listener, we're looking at you. We don't know what's going on. This is just our opinion. So that makes sense.
well, I mean, it could be that they write the letters too to say, well, am I wrong? Like, because I'm in it, so is my perspective messed up too? So it
Yeah.
could be both things.
Yeah,
so.
I think you want to I think you just reinforcing what you either, like you said, you're looking for someone to validate your feelings. But deep down, I think you already know. It's just like when people ask, did this happen? So how should I feel about this? And really, you got to decide on your own. Like CL was saying, is the friendship worth? If you're trying to salvage the friendship, then you just salvage the friendship. Then you just pay half on the TV, and then we see each other down the road, or
Yeah.
pay half on TV and then just move along. I think for me, it'd be easier if just cash out this person $100 and then just move on. If I already know that this is not the kind of friend I need to have going forward, we just digging up. I mean, yeah, and how you talk to the child. Well, if you don't want that kind of person around your child, then
It's,
Yeah.
it's just time to move on. It's hard when you've invested a lot of time in these friendships and relationships. So
But
And I also think this is just how the friend is as well, because when she yelled at her child, me personally, you talk to my child like that, I don't know if I could be that calm. So for her to be,
y'all talk to y'all children that way. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, true.
Well,
Some
how-
people do.
how I
Some
talk-
people
Talk
do.
to child.
but how I talk to my child, I may not allow someone else to talk to my child like that. So,
Oh, let me- then-
or especially if I don't talk to my child like that, and
then
you're
your
cursing at
child
my
probably
child.
shouldn't stay at somebody else's house.
And she's probably never said that.
No, but
In front of her like that,
what
or to her
So what you're
child.
telling me is, this person never had this visceral reaction to something, but they did this on a 6-year-old. Some
No.
of this behavior had already had to be.
That's what I'm
happening.
saying.
I
That's
agree.
what I was going to. I was saying
You was going to?
No, this is what I was going into.
Oh.
Being that she told her like, calm down, it's just a TV, not a life. This may be how this friend reacts to everything.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I was
so
saying.
once you've allowed her to go to your house, your child
So
to go
why
to your
would you?
house,
Yeah, why would
Well,
you send your
then
child
you
off
just-
But
there?
she may not have talked to her child like that, or she may treat children differently than she treats adults.
I don't want to.
Should.
I like when it comes to like letters like this. I don't want to put a whole bunch of stuff in on the people that's in the letter to kind of like
Yeah, 'cause
make them feel a certain way.
Yeah.
I just try to go by what they say in the letter. And the first thing, like I said before, the first thing was that she told the child that my child watches or does whatever they want to do because it's their house. That friend doesn't value the friendship because like my friends' kids, those my kids. So when they're at my house, they want to watch TV, they watch what they want to watch.
Now,
Yeah.
hold on a second. Now, you would know that because they're your friend, based upon your friendship already that exists.
So to your point,
So how did she not know that maybe she be wilding sometimes?
I mean,
Like, you
don't
gotta take that into consideration.
But like I don't know which one of y'all said it, but like one of y'all said, you don't know until it comes up. So maybe those kids haven't had
Well,
that
sometimes
issue
you do.
before.
Some-
Sometimes you do,
sometimes
but
you do.
sometimes you.
I mean,
know what I'm saying?
sometimes you know how
don't.
people interact with adults, but you don't see how they act.
If you attacking 6-year-olds, you've attacked someone.
But if that's the first
No,
time
that's-
you
but see, it's the
attacked
other-
a 6-year-old,
If
you've
you
never
attack
seen her talk
adults,
to her.
you attack.
If you never seen her talk to her daughter like that, then why would you believe she would talk to your daughter like that?
But again, we're adding that. I'm just going off what you said.
Yeah,
It's
on
in
the
the
letter.
letter.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just saying, as adults, for me to allow my child to come to your home, I have to be comfortable with the certain way you're treating your child.
Yeah, and that's why I said what I said. Like I would feel like, and this is just me. I don't know about the person in the letter,
Yeah.
but I would feel like if you my friend,
That's right.
you would treat my child like you would treat me, or you would treat my child like it's your child, especially if you got a child or whatever. And maybe that's what they assumed, but that was a red flag from the beginning.
When money's involved, people, money or tangible
Material.
material
Change.
things, people do change a little bit.
When chump change is involved,
My friend sent a Cash App request for Disney Plus to one of my best friends, and this girl, I don't know her,
What?
but she sent her a Cash App request because
Jaden broke.
the chick. I was like, dang. So my friend was very upset. She called and she was like, I don't know why she sent this to me, and I said, I don't know either because they've been sharing. He will share accounts. So she sent her a Cash App request for $8.
Stealing.
And I said, that's the whole price.
They
of,
were sharing. Okay, so she wanted her to pay for a month.
she never said anything about it. Like she's had that password probably from her daughter hanging out over at their house. They put the password for Disney Plus on their iPads.
Well, maybe you're going too hard on it. Like I'm watching, you watching everything.
And then all of a sudden around the holiday, she sent my friend a Cash App request. My friend didn't even know really that the child had it on there, but the child obviously watches on their iPad or whatever.
That's petty.
That's very petty.
That's petty.
So what I'm saying, and this is the only reason I bring this up with this situation, sometimes there are things that are going on that are outside of this. Like, I think that particular friend is a new friend in her life, but a friend, right? And they've shared a lot of information, and she's, gotten her settlement. Her alimony is going to be kicking in. That friend knows that this friend has money coming.
So she's single
Yeah.
and she getting money coming in. She got settlement.
You done put her on the
Preacher
market.
_BP on.
Preacher_BP.
But but it's important to know where this friend is coming from because all of a sudden out of nowhere, she was like, "What? Why'd you send me a Cash App request?" She said, "Well, that's for Disney Plus."
Wow.
And that matters because it just came out of nowhere. Now this has been going on. They've had whenever Hamilton came on Disney Plus. That's how long they've had it, and probably had it on that child's iPad. It's not on her TV. They don't watch it like that. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, that was just her being petty.
That's just her being.
If she really was petty though, she'd just change the password and
So that's what I do.
disconnect everybody that's on all the devices.
Wow.
But
But I don't even think about that. Like I don't know who has my Netflix, who has my Stars.
I know who has my Netflix. I know who
Yeah, I
has my
know.
stars.
But now
I
that
know
Netflix is going up, I'm about to start.
$15,
Oh,
it
I'm
already
about
went up.
18.
That's what I'm saying. I'm about to change the way I look at that too.
Shout
Okay,
out to
that-
Nigel. He got mine.
Oh, we got you.
Yeah,
Do you
shut up.
ask? Okay, your friend in this case. Why would you Cash App that? Why wouldn't you just call and say, "Hey, this
Right.
one"?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Y'all
so-
ain't friends.
That's because you're not friends.
Y'all ain't real
So that's
friends.
why.
Especially it's
Okay.
a child. Why would you even charge for something a child
But
is
that's
using?
the entire price. So if you're using it at your house
And I'm my house,
and I'm
yeah.
using it at my house, and so my friend was like, I thought it was like $19. I was like, no, it's actually just $6.99. So
Well,
$7.99.
$7.99.
well, you got the little cheat one, and only one person can be on at a time, so you notice it, and then it comes back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you
That
can't
kinda
get
way.
on?
Disney
Yeah,
Plus is like that?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
I didn't know that. But I do think again, what I told her, and this was difficult because I've been her friend for the long haul, and then you pick up extra people, which is fine.
Stragglers.
But what I told her, I said you have to be mindful. Everybody's not the same. So when you're saying you have this, and this, and or you're just talking to her in general, then all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm not about to be paying for Disney Plus if she can pay for it or
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
whatever the case may be, and then you don't know how to do that, so you send a request. Like I think sending Cash App requests is kind of rough. Like I do that, and people like I don't have any money right now, so I'm like, Cash App request $20 out there to a random person, but
A
You do
gentleman
that?
that you met at a bar.
yes,
Okay.
A company with a video of the Busted Challenge.
no.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
just the
Just
regular
get it.
I
cash?
consider myself to be fun enough for $20 if you got it.
Most.
If you
women
do you got it?
I mean, if you got it, can I Cash App you for $20 to be?
That's
I see
that's
nothing
definitely
wrong
a
with
woman thing.
I said accompanied with.
Oh, I gotta do the busted challenge. That's
Yeah.
just too much.
Nope.
It ain't too much.
You don't need to do nothing.
That's too
just say
much.
thank you.
But he's actually helping you because you can send that video to multiple people.
Yep.
You don't.
I'm teaching you the game.
I don't-
Now you should be paying me $20. I'm giving you the game.
Now you pimping her out.
No,
But-
that's not
but-
pimping.
Oh my God.
Whoa, she getting the money.
She getting the money. That ain't pimping.
$20 is nothing though. If you think about how fast we spend $20.
Exactly. $20 ain't nothing that you ain't got. Again, let me reiterate.
Right. So my point
Okay.
is when we're talking about to bring it back to the friendship though, I think that in this situation there's some evaluation that needs to happen on the friendship level. So going to what B was saying, like reality of it is, if I'm letting you come to my house, my friends' kids come to my house, I don't even know what they're doing. But if they break something, a lot of times there is something that might be scuffed or whatever. But I'm like, oh my gosh, you need to paint my house. Like, nobody's doing that.
Yeah.
You know, that's just not the reality of it. And I think the value of the friendship and the reality of, are they really friends? Because people
Does
use
come
that,
into play.
does come into play when it comes to that. Because you're thinking, I mean, unless she had a 70-inch TV in the kids' room, like, I mean,
Probably
if it's a, you know, we know about the Walmart special, like you can catch a 32-inch for $77 if you're
It's
On the right
inconvenient.
day.
on the right day at
On
the
the
Walmart
right day,
Music.
Yeah, go on and get that Vizio.
Get that Vizio, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, I see nothing wrong with the video.
RCA.
Oh, no.
I got 2 Vizios at the crib.
Yeah. Got one
Only
here.
got one.
I'm not a TV
Me either. Expert.
bougie person.
You're not,
If it come on,
you're not a,
That's where I
and
am.
hang
too.
on the wall,
I
I'm
don't-
good.
I don't even care.
Samsung, no, I don't need that. I don't
Hey,
need none of
listen,
that.
if you catch Samsung on the deal, that's the one I get them. Is if I catch them on the deal.
If it's on
Yeah,
and then it shows like, you know, a decent picture.
that's
I'm-
it.
You good?
I'm getting
Yeah,
it.
so
Yeah.
you go
And
buy
for-
your own
and for a kid,
TV.
okay, so
I was gonna say,
the
listen,
person writing the letter is right, wrong, indifferent.
Did she say she was?
I believe
was
no.
it
She
in?
wanted to know if she should buy the TV or
or
just
just forget
forget
about the
the
friendship.
friendship.
Now, I would say
go
How can
half.
you
I'm gonna split the
Half
difference.
these.
I'm gonna give you half and forget the friendship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I am.
Just move forward.
1,000%.
Would you?
Yeah.
Give them half and forget the friendship.
forget
Why would you stop being a person's friend?
But
Well,
are
I
they
think
a friend?
disrespectful.
I think there's
Well,
something.
I'm gonna ask
I'm a-
a follow up
What
question.
you asked the question, so after let me answer, then you follow up. I think it's because, like we said before, it seems as though that the TV is just some form of a manifestation of a bigger issue within their friendship.
Could be.
You know what I'm saying? Now, it's not in the letter, and so I'm trying to stay within it, but it seems for that to be the reaction to somebody who's supposed to be my friend who has my kids. As Beezy said, if they're my kids, like I'm pretty certain I could drop my kids off at B House and they good.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? To be treated well, like anybody in this room.
All they eating is white bread and bologna, but
But they
get
good.
treated
Hey,
well.
listen, as long as they had a snack,
We talking all
they had a
day.
snack. You know what I'm
I put them
saying?
on a microphone.
They had
We
a
talking
snack and that's
all
it.
day.
You know, I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
I know that of him, and if something happens, I know that I'm not going in there. He gonna act a clown because
No.
our friendship is tighter than that. So I'm going and going, hey, look, oh, they broke it. Okay, cool. I might even be in the place of not even have. I had here it
Well,
go.
depending on how you
Yeah.
present it, I think
Yeah.
that's.
I may not even tell you.
Yeah, no, I'm
I may tell you that
would
they.
tell.
No, I wouldn't.
no, I wouldn't
I
even.
used to-
no,
I was about to say that too. Like if something happened, I wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah, I
like,
really
if
it
wouldn't
might
say
come up
nothing.
later. Like, yeah, man, I had to buy a new TV. What? Yeah, them boys told it. And then,
Yeah, it may come in
Later
conversation
on.
later
Yeah,
on,
but I'm
but
just-
I'm
but
gonna say your child broke my TV.
But I just think that that's the fracture in their friendship here.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay.
That's where you can see the
Yeah.
fracture in the
Now
friendship.
my
here.
question is, I think too often with people, we throw each other away for meaningless reasons. Maybe your person lacks the understanding or knowledge of how to handle the situation. And if I'm your friend, and I could, now if I just showed you a way and then you rejected it completely, that's fine. We're gonna have to be friends. But I think you have a right. You have the responsibility. If Bees is my friend, I'm gonna show him the proper way to handle this. And then by me trying to show him the proper way, we may come to an understanding. But just to walk away from certain friendships just because a TV that none of y'all care about, none of y'all made no money off of, none of y'all have nothing to do with, some 6-year-olds who not even gonna remember this when they're 8, y'all throw away the friendship just so like I'm not gonna be your friend.
Well, it's not. I wouldn't even say. I think it's
because
not. I
people
think
have
it's-
done worse to you,
which
Yeah.
is true.
and you haven't thrown away.
And I haven't thrown away. But
That's
but,
exactly.
but let me say
I'll
this.
let him go. Go
Let me
ahead.
say this.
Not me.
On that to me it's the reaction. It's the
But you-
actions. It's the actions
but
after.
you have an opportunity to teach someone.
Yeah,
But I was gonna
but I
say,
think that- go ahead,
just
Nick.
not
You was
even.
gonna say everything I was gonna say.
No, I wasn't gonna say everything you was gonna say.
Goodness.
But I was going to kind of agree with you because it could be she may be frustrated. This may be this may be more valuable to her because you say it's just $100. That may mean something to her.
I didn't say that, but okay.
Well, it was said. I don't know who said
Okay.
it, but
Yeah, but it's worth. I mean, if for your
You mean
for
our
peace-
friendship
for
is only
peace-
worth
for
$100?
peace
No.
of, for peace of mind. For
Peace of
me,
mind, I'll
peace
give-
of
but
mind
if
is
you
worth
don't,
$100.
if you're not used to having certain things, it can come off of I don't have the $100 to replace this TV. This is frustrating.
Okay,
Do
at
you
some
think
point
that
you gotta
depending
make
on
it.
what's going on,
You can get on a payment plan. We can do something.
but depending on what else is going on in her life, especially if Christmas is coming up, she has to deal with this. It could be a frustration.
But it's intended to be stressful. I feel
Yeah.
like when a friend is, when you're talking about Christmas and you're talking about kids, and that's why I said I'm not sure what their friendship has consisted of because it's intended to be stressful upon that person, in my opinion. Like I feel like you don't ask people to buy something on Christmas that they wouldn't normally be buying unless you want smoke.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And
I
she
think
even
that's
sent her
where her
pictures.
frustration.
Huh?
I think that's her frustration speaking
Yes.
instead of the actual of how she how she would treat that child.
And that friend could feel like there was something else that has been going on, in the past that friend has not. The reader or the writer, maybe they've missed something in the past, and that this is just like
An extra.
honestly, this is just could be the icing on whatever cake.
Yeah, because that
they're
child may
baking.
have done something else.
or even not even child, just that friend.
Oh, yeah,
so I
that
think
friend.
it's big. I just think it's bigger than kids playing, TV breaking.
Yeah, yeah. I just think it's just go ahead.
The
B.
other person was disrespect. I take this as disrespect. I'm sorry, but you don't
going on?
send me no pictures of the TVs you want me to buy after we had a little fall. No.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what made me not really want to buy.
Well, you could have handled it then and there, and then we wouldn't have got to the pictures. So if you handle it then and there,
Well, you may not have had it then and there. I'm being honest with you. You may not have had
Well,
it.
no, I don't know if it.
Or the
but
situation
I
may
think
have
his-
just been
I
too
think-
escalated for your child, and you
we're
just want
talking
to
about
remove
6-year-olds
yourself.
on the TV. How's it that?
No, this is bigger than Nino Brown.
Way big.
You're cursing at my child. You're directly cursing at my
Yeah,
child,
I
saying
might
you
curse at
broke
you, too.
my shit.
Both of y'all get cursed.
No,
out.
well, that's not directly at.
She said when she started
She
talking
didn't.
to
She didn't say
She
she
cut it
cursed
off.
at the child.
Yeah, she
coulda
cursed talking to the parents,
Oh, it was.
so.
She did say tone. She didn't say
Yeah.
words. Tone.
Again, there's just more here, and I think if the writer needs to just decide how important it is to have a TV, have a friendship, move along. So for me, I'm with CL. What she initially said, I'm on the half seats, and let's just if it's not worth it,
Yeah.
peace out. If
Yep.
it is worth it, half seats and we're good. But I just think there's more to it, and it just may not be worth the like. Are you always going to remember that I didn't pay for the whole TV? Or my
Yeah.
kids going to? Is there
Yeah,
going to
she
be
will.
that.
beef?
See, and that what makes me not want to do it at all.
She petty like that.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, but if you can get it together, if you can get your $100 together or whatever, split the TV cost, then just, I mean, it's not, to me, like I said, peace of mind in 2021 is way more important.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So
Any of that
Then
other
I
stuff.
don't
Yep.
want you
And
texting
I
me no
can
pictures.
block-
Just
I
leave
can
me alone.
Block
Ditch her
her
as a
just as
friend.
easy. Yep.
Yep.
It's
Block
just
her
not-
just as easily.
Well,
Neek,
see, I don't
what are you
block
blocking?
people.
Okay.
Blocking
I
over the
have to say,
TV.
I don't,
Jesus
I don't block.
no blocking over the whole
Over the
situation.
different
The
Yeah,
TV is
yeah,
just
yeah.
Because
I
it's
know,
bigger.
I know.
It's way bigger
What's
than the TV.
what's the sense in blocking her if you have the conversation that we're no longer going to be friends?
I don't gotta tell you we ain't
No.
gonna be friends.
You already know.
Y'all have to grow up.
I'm not growing up.
Y'all got to grow up. You're not going to grow up.
So
Nope,
you have a
I don't wanna
conversation
grow
when
up.
you break up with a friend.
Absolutely.
So it's like, well, you know what?
Matter of
You know,
fact,
it's you, it's me, not you. Or
I don't even text
It's
things
you,
that
not me.
I don't even text things that are important.
I feel
I'll
you.
call you.
well, you seem like that. Type
Yeah,
of
I'll
person.
call you. Like, hey man, this is a real problem. If we have a problem, you're gonna know it's a problem right then and there.
But even in the letter, they didn't talk for a few weeks until
Exactly.
that gathering.
The group, right? So
And
it
it
was
shouldn't even
festering.
be.
It was festering.
Shouldn't even be that way.
I feel
But
you.
yet they shouldn't have started talking again at that gathering in front of everyone. That should have been a side conversation still.
If they didn't talk afterwards, then they're not friends.
Okay.
in between, like
Yes.
the few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I know my friends. I don't have very many, but if something had happened like that, and she's like, in the last conversation we had was, you broke my shit. This is my TV. Then we would have another conversation if we were genuinely friends.
If you were.
Yeah.
Something they're probably friends via association with another person, which is how they ended up in the same space. If that makes sense.
Absolutely. And
So-
you
or they
should-
probably bond over having children, 2 little girls, same age,
Hot girl song.
ain't deadbeat baby daddies.
and what are y'all showing the girls?
Hot girl stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those girls.
You gotta
So the
go-
friendship
They hating
probably
on
wasn't
us.
worth it.
I mean, I don't know. They could be closer than I'm thinking, but it just doesn't seem that way.
It doesn't seem like you're close.
City girl song.
Okay.
All right, let's get into
Halfsies.
some of these.
Halfsies.
Let's get into some of these comments.
Oh wow. Okay. Forgot we had comments.
Forgot we had
Okay.
comments. We got
Yeah, let's
53
run through a
comments.
few of 'em.
We ain't gonna get to all of them. Top fan Sarah Beck said, "I mean, okay, but your kid went to someone else's house and said, I'm the guest, so I get to watch what I want. Was she totally at fault? No. Was she the kind of a brat? Yeah. So accept that your child wasn't entirely innocent and offer to pay for half of you what the devil? Her bad, grandma. Half of it, you can afford it.
Wow. fam.
Right?
My fault.
Oh,
I'm
my
sorry.
Top fan.
Don't be
You gonna throw her
sorry.
out there like
My
that?
apologies.
What
Don't
does
be
she do for a
sorry, be
living
careful.
again?
Yeah.
Gee
yeah.
whiz.
Wow, you can
What's
straight
her
that out.
name? I'm gonna follow her.
My apologies, Sarah.
Sarah
Beck.
Beck.
Let's go down here. Jessica Ingram Long. I wouldn't be buying a TV, nor would I ask the parents of a 6-year-old to replace one that was broken while under my care or watch. I think the friend is being petty and not really a friend. That's a
What?
little bit to your point, Bees.
Yeah, my point's good.
All right, I have Ty Nika. At most, she would get half, but I'm only offering it to her one time, and it's up to her if she take it or leave it. Depending on how much of a friend she is, I might not care about ending the friendship over her rude and disrespectful attitude. Come at me better than that, period.
Read the one on top of that. I think that guy has the right
Who's
the one,
that?
the one on top of
Oh,
Wait.
yours?
Tanika. No, that's not mine. It's some
not
guy
his.
named Brandon Pearson.
Some
Brandon
guy named
Pearson.
Brandon Pearson. Read Brandon.
What's he say?
All right.
Brandon
I'll read
Pearson.
it. Let me read it.
One of our top fans,
Let me
Brandon
read it.
Pearson.
Let me read
Okay,
his. He
go
said,
ahead, read it.
Can I call her one? Funky dog headed. No, I'm just joking. Y'all. But nah, this person did say I would probably get another group of friends. They all sound classless to me. Growing up, if I had guests, they would always have a say in what we watched. It's called hospitality. Her friend is trash. Very insightful from that young gentleman.
Very, very insightful. Another insightful person, Courtney L. Knight. Initially, I would have agreed to pay for half, but because she wants to be a bitch about it
Ooh, y'all can say
and
that
thinks
on here?
she can demand you
Apparently.
replace the TV, I'd do her one better. To hell with her and the TV. You're not about to tell me I owe you when both children were fighting. She can go to hell.
HE double hockey
I
sticks.
tell you, boy. Yeah.
Y'all read the one from Sade Floyd.
Okay.
And
Go ahead, go
it
ahead, go
says, they can go half on the TV for one, and I'm sharing hers because we agree. And
Okay.
no, I don't. And two, are they really friends? Like she says, that's the question.
That's
And
the real question.
Yes, kids disagree, but the way they tag teamed her child, they had to be on some associate type. Can we say that word?
Sugar, honey, iced tea.
iced tea.
Okay.
And I agree. I mean, are they really friends? That would be one of the things I would like the listener to. Not that we have to, keep reiterating that point, but what is a friend?
What is it?
How many of
But I
us have
think-
them?
I think a friend is different for
The
everyone.
ones we can't depend on.
So I can't determine how someone else is friends.
Can we? But can
Last
Didn't we
about
almost-
your friends?
didn't we-
What about you?
Do they stand around?
Do they?
Are they going to be low down?
Oh my! But I have one with Kimberly Crawford. My take:
Hey, girl, hey.
if I invited someone's child over to play with my child and my TV got damaged, I wouldn't ask you to replace my TV. The child was an invited guest, not an uninvited guest. Anytime you have minors with you, they require supervision. The only thing I could do for you is keep my child from your house.
Okay.
She didn't say nothing about paying nothing back, did it?
I don't think she was with that.
I think we're going to go with the last one, top fan, Deandra Rogers. First of all, incidents happen all the time. And when you have someone over as a guest, you really can't expect them to buy you something because the kids broke the TV. Her daughter had a hand in it too. But on the flip side, me being me, I'd replace the TV because I'd feel guilty that my daughter didn't know any better than to fight with someone about their own belongings. It's poor manners, even at 6. This is a learning experience. All right, well, thank
I can
you.
go with that.
Thank
Keep
you,
your
listeners.
children at home.
Keep your children at home.
Ooh,
Keep
yeah.
your children at home.
They need
Yeah.
some- they need
'Cause y'all
some
don't know how to
friends.
do it. Yeah.
They need some friends during the COVID.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Well, Miss G, let them know where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on TikTok at G Weezy or on Clubhouse. Join us.
Okay. Brother B of the DJ Blaze Radio Show podcast. Let them know where they can catch the podcast and follow you on social media.
You can catch the podcast everywhere you get your podcast for free. On social media, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, preacher_BP. And thank y'all for having me.
Hey, no doubt.
you for
Neat,
being
take us
here.
on out.
All All right, thank you for listening in on our lunch date. It's your girl, Neat Cruz.
CL Butler.
And your boy Youssef, and we are out.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Relationship Status. Remember, you can catch us on relationshipstatuspodcast.com, iTunes, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, Nobody Grinds Like Us, and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. If you would like to join the conversation or leave us a Dear Neek, email us at relstatpodcast@gmail.com or call us at 843-310-8637. Follow us on Facebook at Relationship Status Podcast, on Instagram and Twitter at RELSTAT Podcast. And don't forget to comment, share, 5-star rate, subscribe, and review.